All right, so I'm doing something new. My name is Drina. Welcome to my channel. I am going to do an unedited video. I'm not editing this video. I'm just going to be talking about some stuff when it comes to health and just kind of like my thoughts. So today, I had to train, so I had to travel pretty far. It was a pretty decent distance, at least 30 minutes, let's put it that way. And so now I'm headed back up north. I have to go get some pizza for my mom. She's watching the girls, and so she wants some pizza from her favorite place, so I'm headed there. I'm personally not having pizza because if I ate pizza as much as my kids ate pizza, it would be a problem. So I have to think in the sense of like my daily choices when it comes to health. So a little bit about my history and getting into this is I kind of got into health because it was different, right? But it was the way that I was feeling in my early 20s. For reference, I'm 38. And I was in my early 20s. I was like 20, no, actually I was like 21. Yeah, I was 21 years old. And what ended up happening was I started having some health problems. And so I started looking into, like, I didn't want to be on a bunch of medicine. I just started, like, I don't know what it was, like, inside I would say, like, God, where I wasn't a believer at the time, where I was like, there's got to be something better, there's got to be something different for me to not, like, be feeling this way, like I'm too young to be having problems, health problems. And so I started looking online on the internet and looking for ways to kind of help, like, cure myself in a sense. And so what ended up happening was I ended up getting connected with like this health shop. And at this health shop, they started teaching me a lot about like health and nutrition and things that I can put in place. But I was like always an athlete, so I was an athlete long term. And so when it came to like being an athlete, like of course I'm a workout, but my diet just was not the greatest. Like I remember one time we was playing basketball. I was on a basketball team in high school, and we all decided to get Krispy Kreme donuts before a game. Oh, terrible idea. So we had a little bit of time before the game, and we all had Krispy Kreme donuts. And I promise you that there was only like 2 free throws made out of the whole game. And so we got in a lot of trouble for like eating all these donuts. Mind you, I was not one of the star players. That's a whole nother story why I was not like really that involved. It was more of like a personal thing where I should have switched high schools, and I didn't. And so that's literally my fault. I didn't switch high schools. And so pretty much I ended up going to this health food shop, and come to find out, the lady who was helping me or whatever, she was she used to be a coach in the Olympics. And so she knew a lot of stuff, like kind of ahead of the time of where we are kind of like today when it comes to health stuff. She was like, watch, in like at least 10 years, this stuff is going to be popular, like kombucha. I was drinking kombucha back in like 2007, 2008. And that was before it was even like a thing. Like you wasn't able to get it at every single store. So they was bringing in homemade kombucha. There was the infrared saunas, like those weren't everywhere. There was the cold plunges. I was doing those back then. And yeah, of course, they've been around for many years, but it wasn't really like a thing like it is today where you hear of it every single day. And so I ended up cutting stuff out of my food, and she was saying like soy was like a major contributor to my health issues. Pretty much it was like autoimmune stuff and stuff like that, where I was having breakouts in my scalp. Everything, it was just causing so many issues, and I didn't know how much soy was in food, and it's even more prevalent to today. So if you look on the back of a food label, for most of the time, a lot of the ingredients will have soy in them. For whatever reason, soy is in everything. They change things, and things have not been, they're not as real. Now, I have clients who are from other countries, and they said that pretty much the food over here tastes like not as good. It tastes plastic, or, you know, I've never been out of the country, so that would be different for me. I would love to go out of the country. But I've never been out of the country to taste any food from anywhere else, so this is all that I know. And so I started cutting that stuff out of my diet, all the soy, and then they were talking about like gluten, so I was eating like more sprouted grain stuff, and just like changing my diet in that way. Started to feel better, started to have more energy, and mind you, I'm in my 20s. You know what I mean? I'm young, so I shouldn't be tired. I shouldn't be feeling bad. I shouldn't be gaining weight, like, even though I'm active. But in 20s, I just think that's too young. So, yeah, I started doing all that stuff, and I started questioning a lot of things when it came to food and researching. But then I started to put too much hope in food, and I kind of fell in love with that aspect. Mind you, I went to college to get my doctorate in occupational therapy. I started out in physical therapy. That was like my thing, because I really wanted to do physical therapy because I broke my ankle when I was 14. I was like, oh, this seems really cool. I really love what this physical therapist does. I ended up talking to her, asking her questions. And yeah, I ended up not finishing or doing that, but that's another story. And I ultimately want to do what I'm doing now. But the whole reason why I didn't go to school for exercise science, which I should have stuck with kinesiology, because that's exactly where my program started. I should have just stayed there, because this is what I love. I love how the body works, how it moves. I love all of it. I love learning the human anatomy and all that stuff, but I didn't do it all because of this. And so I remember them saying, like, if you go to school to be a personal trainer, you're only going to be able to make X amount of dollars. And that's where my heart was then. I wanted to make sure that you're only going to make $40,000. Like, there was like $36,000. And I was like, shoot, I'm paying more to go to college than actually what I'm going to make. So what's the point? You know, at least let me come out making 60 or 70. And if I would have known what I know now, and if my heart would have been different, where I wasn't looking at the money and I was looking at the point of the reason why I wanted to do it, which is to help people, because I've always kind of like loved working out. My family, they know Drina always been into it, like, especially my sister cousin. I'd be trying to get her to work out with me when we was in high school, when we was younger. We'll put in the little VHS tape and I put a VHS tape, like, you know, them old school tapes where they got on those 1970s, 80s, like, dance workout outfits. Yes, the spandex, the shiny spandex. Yeah, I was about it. I was about that life. And so my aunt, she had gave me my first pair of dumbbells, and they were like these green-coated dumbbells. I was like 15, 16 years old. And I was watching basketball all the time. So on the basketball commercials, I'll be doing sit-ups. I'm like, I gotta get 100 sit-ups in between, you know, each commercial, and I already got to do like 25 push-ups. Like, man, it was life. Okay, so I worked out all the time. But anyways, that was back when I was in high school. So I wish I would have finished, you know, but there's still opportunity for me to go ahead and, you know, finish it and do it. I'm still continue to educate myself for sure in this field, because I think it's important to educate myself when it comes to helping people and educating them as well. So that's something that I wish that I would have done, and that's how I got into it. And so I started training in 2018, and so in 2018 when I started training people, I was training moms. That was not the plan. The plan was not just for me to train moms. Just so happened these was mamas, and I ain't had no kids yet. So, you know, but it was just like, I don't know. That's what I was doing, and I was learning through just what I learned in college, and also stuff that I was learning and researching and reading. That's just pretty much what I was doing. And then after I was training people for free, y'all. Like, wasn't charging them anything. I just thoroughly, genuinely wanted to help people become the healthier version of themselves and just be more confident in their skin. And in my journey, I was working on doing the same thing. So I just had this excitement and joy in doing it. But I was like, you know what? I think that and stuff like that to help other people. And I think that my time is valuable. It's something that I can never get back. And I think it's important for people to value their time and take care of themselves with the time that they do have. And so, yeah, that's how I kind of got into it. I know it's kind of all over the place. Like I said, I'm not going to edit this. But I say all that to say, like, pretty much if there's something that you love doing and you're passionate about, don't give up. Don't forget your why. And like, I ultimately love serving people and genuinely love helping people, but my goal is to steward my time well and my resources and the time that I have with the people that are connected with me. I love all of my clients. I love what effort they put forth and how they are putting in the work and doing the things that they need to do in order to be better people for their families. And so that's how I got into health. Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this. Like, I'm about to just straight post this. This is my first time doing something like this where I ain't gonna edit. I'm gonna just straight post. Let's see, I've been talking 11 minutes. So yeah, let's get it. I'm about to listen to some music. If I pop on here, I might pop on here with another quick video, but I'm about to post this one to YouTube. Car Talks. I'm almost to where I gotta go get me a shake. I gotta get me a protein shake. Give me a shake at I get a free shake over at, shout out Original Chop Shop. I'm always shouting y'all out. One of my favorite places to go where I can get a clean juice or a clean shake or a clean milk. But I'm hungry, y'all. So before, on my way to my workout, I had oatmeal and I had a shake. I just had something like, I didn't really want like a lot sitting on my stomach. And I'm on my cycle, so I really wasn't feeling like super strong today. But surprisingly, I lost 7,000 pounds. Like, what? Come on now. Praise God. So, what I like to do, I didn't do it this time. I didn't pray before this. Well, I prayed today, but I'm just saying, like, I ain't welcome God into my workout, which I should have. I need to make a habit of doing that. Let's see where I'm at. I'm getting close to my exit. I'm starving. Maybe I should give me a free bowl. They said they'll give me double points if I order my food ahead of time. So, see you on the next video. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you want me to talk about, any questions. I'll be sure to be there. Deuces.